Hey, what's up guys? Laterza here on YouTube, and today we'll be talking about how to overcome a plateau. So first of all, what is a plateau? A plateau is when you're not progressing anymore in the gym and your body composition, that means the amount of body fat and your lean mass, always remains the same, sometimes even for years, right? And in the past I could see some people that were always looking the same, so no progress at all, and they're just accepting that. So if you ask me if I would be motivated to train anymore, if I would always look the same and always, do the same performance in the gym, I would tell you I'd stop training. That's not fun, right? And there are reasons why you're not progressing anymore. So one of the most common reasons is that you're always taking the same exercises, same exercise order, same rep cycle, so no change at all. Your muscles are not getting stimulated anymore, and that's how your body starts sleeping, literally, right? So, and one of the ways to overcome a plateau is to start changing the exercises, or with the given exercises you work in another rep cycle. Let's say you're training now in a rep cycle of 8 to 12 reps. Switch that, higher up the weights for a month, start working with 12 to 15 reps for a month, and then go back to 8 to 12, or go lower than 8 to 12 reps, let's say 6 to 8 reps. Then your muscles get stimulated on another intensity level and they're like working again. You will feel the progress again. Or you switch the exercises, start doing the exercises that you feel very uncomfortable with, right? So because then your muscles get stimulated again. Don't take the exercises that you really like, because then you're working in the comfort zone. And whenever you're working in the comfort zone, your body won't change, right? Start training with a training partner that helps you training harder, right? I could always train harder with a training partner, but when you're having a training partner, it has to be someone that is reliable. In the past, I had some training partners that were really reliable. We said, let's meet up at a certain time. They were showing up, right? So that is really important. And your training partner should have the same kind of goals and attitude when it comes to training like you. Then it works really well. The other thing is sleep. A lot of people neglect sleeping, and I tell you, when it comes to improving the body composition, lowering the body fat, sleep is detrimental, guys. You need to start planning the sleep. Focus on your sleep. Have an appointment daily in your calendar which tells you like 10 p.m. latest, I want to be resting out, right? And then you have a reminder like 2 hours before, when you start changing your sleeping routine, right, that you need to start preparing for the sleep. And sleep preparation means, let's say, switching off the wireless LAN, because that affects the brain and the way you sleep. Switching off every electronic device, meaning the computer, the television, the radio, whatever, right? So that you start calming down. The other thing is start taking magnesium. Here there are like a lot of magnesiums, right? A lot of magnesium forms. There you need to figure out which one you feel really well, right? Because let's say when you're taking the magnesium and you're not feeling like getting tired, then you're not picking up or absorbing the magnesium really well, because magnesium calms down the nerves and you should really feel that, right? If that is not the case, take another form of magnesium, try it out again until you found the magnesium that works well with you. I had to figure out which kind of magnesium is good for me for several years, right? And now I found which one works for me. I feel the magnesium citrate really well. And for example, the magnesium oxide is one of the worst you can take. When I take magnesium oxide, I get diarrhea. So it's like I don't support this kind of magnesium. So that's what you need to like find out for you. When it comes to your training routine, there, take care of your recovery. Recovery is more important than the training itself. Let's say you are training now every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then you're not giving your body enough rest. There's no way of growing or progressing when you're always stopping the recovery phase. Then you switch it off. You start training on Monday, Tuesday is a day off, Wednesday, Thursday is a day off, Friday, and so on, right? Because the worst thing that can happen to you is that you go that far that you are in an overtraining state. And when you are in an overtraining state, it takes a lot of time until you're out. And also your tendons and ligaments are at much higher risk of injury when you're overtraining your body, right? Because the ligaments and the tendons, they want more recovery than your muscles. Remember that. And you need to take care of those passive structures, because when you get older, the tendons and ligaments are much more sensitive. And when you're like overtraining them or overdoing them in your early years, right, like in your 20s or 30s, then when you're 50, they will remember that, and it will have a lot of issues with your body. So avoid that. Think of that. Think of later, your goal should be to be able to train and look good when you're 50 or 60, right? Good. So that's another thing. And when it comes to the exercises, like I said, take those that you feel most uncomfortable with. And that's about the most important things on how to overcome a plateau. The other thing is nutrition. So let's say you're skipping the carbs, you're working with a ketogenic diet, your fats are high, the carbs are low, the protein is medium. Then implement a cheat day where you are taking a lot of carbs and over calorizing, so you take more calories than you actually burn in order to stimulate the metabolism again. Or you do a week or two where you're eating again the carbs in order to stimulate the metabolism again, because the diet can also be one of the reasons why you're not progressing anymore. Another question that I get asked many times is if there's a way to take too much protein. Yes, there is. And if you're in that state, your body is getting the energy mainly from the protein and not anymore from the carbs or from the fats. That's really bad, because basically your metabolism will be very slow then. When you're having this issue, you need to switch your diet, meaning that you decrease the protein intake and that you implement some carbs again in order to speed up the metabolism. I've seen people taking 4 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. Think of your kidneys. I mean, if you're taking so much protein for the next 20 years, what do you think? How do you feel when you're 50, 60? I don't think the answer would be a good one, because your kidneys are very important. I mean, the health of the kidneys, right? So think of what I said. Our goal should be to be all healthy, good looking, and training like beasts when we are older. Don't just think now. Think of later, the future. That's very important. Talking about myself, I've never been taking more than 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. Never more than that. No matter if I was cutting down or bulking, 2 grams, maybe slightly more. You can really save the money. Don't throw it out of the window in buying so much meat, eggs, fish, and so on. Invest it into something else, right? So that's about this topic of the protein. That was a short insight of how to overcome a plateau. Hit me up if you have further questions, and make sure to like this video and support me on the way to 10,000 subscribers. Out, guys.